but still wanted to showcase a couple of fun things featuring my product bundle of the week. So on Monday I announced the product of the week would be the Abstract Impressions Bundle. So that includes the Abstract Impressions stamp set, as well as the matching framelits, which are called, they're actually thinlits, Springtime Impressions. So it has this gorgeous floral background here, and as well as this, look at this butterfly, so detailed, and then the flower. So I'm going to show a couple of projects today, so let's get started. Okay, so the Abstract Impressions stamp set, it's I'm going to call it a triple time stamp set. Because it has layering stamps, okay? So you have the background, the middle, and then a detailed one over top. You have that for the flower, as well as the grass. There's another flower image down here. This is a butterfly, and you can add accents to his wings. And there's more leaves, and tons of different things you can do with this stamp set, and lots of really nice greetings too. There's so much to love about you. Thank you. Always use thank you cards. So let's get started. All right, so what do I have for you today? I have a piece of our new Granny Apple Green cardstock, and I've cut it at 5.5 by 11, and it's scored at, sorry, 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Our normal card base. So I'm just going to set that aside for a second. Then I have a layer of Poppy Parade, and it measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to bring in my Poppy Parade ink pad. Love this color. It used to be an in color, and then it came back into our new color revamp. It came back as a color, one of our main colors. So I'm just going to stamp this floral image along the left-hand side of the Poppy Parade cardstock. Now, this is called Tone on Tone because I'm doing Poppy Parade on Poppy Parade. So I'm happy with that. I just wanted a little strip there. Now, I can actually go ahead and put that right onto my card base. So I'm gonna, pull in my snail adhesive here and add some adhesive. Put that right onto my Granny Apple Green. Love this color. It's a really nice bright green color. Just really makes all the colors pop. Okay, so there's my card base. I'm going to set that aside. I have now a piece of Whisper White that measures 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so this is where I'm going to do my stamping now. So I'm going to use the 3 floral images that I was just showing you from the stamp set. So this will be my background, this is my middle one, and this is my accent. So I'm going to use one color of ink for my flower. So this one I'm going to start off with is the background. Now I'm going to stamp off twice, once, twice, and then onto my card. Ink it up, stamp off once, twice, then onto my card. Ink it up, stamp off once, twice, and then onto the card. So I've given myself a really light Poppy Parade image here. So the second one that I want to do, I'm only going to stamp it off. I'm going to ink it up and then stamp it off once. And then I'm just going to come in here and see, yes, going to line it up this way. Oops, I forgot to stamp that one off. Okay, stamp that, okay, I went back and got more ink. Okay, stamp it off once and then come back. There we go. Ink it up, stamp it off once, and once onto your card. It doesn't matter. We're doing layers, and you know, if some of them are darker than others, it's okay because no flowers are exactly the same, right? So now I'm adding my accented details for the top. Now, I'm just going to show this to you really closely. So you see how there's like this pointy part of the flower and the pointy part of this accent? I'm just kind of lining those up when I come down over top. I'm just doing that little detail on the top. So I'm done with these flowers, so get those out of my way. Now I'm going to add some leaves. So let's bring in these 2 images. So I have this image and as well this image, and I'm done with Poppy Parade. Not quite. I'll just set that aside for a second. So the green that I'm going to use on my card for my leaves, I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, And over top, I'll show you, I had this open already. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green, okay? So open my ink pad, and Pear Pizzazz will be my background. So usually the background is a more solid stamp. So I'm going to come in here with Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to put some little dots that way. Then I'm going to, whoops, drop my stamp, pick up more ink, and I'm going to stamp this way and this way down here. So just kind of a little bit of a trailing green going on there. And I'm going to now come in with the accent, this detailed stamp over top, and I'm going to line that up with that image. So I'll show you here. So the darker Granny Apple Green adds the accent to the floral. I'm calling them leaves. They could be leaves, it could be other flowers, just, you know, random bits for your floral image. And then, so I'm turning the stamp because I wanted to come this way, and then I'm going to turn it again. See how I did this one. There we go. Like that. There. Okay, so I've got like a trailing thing happening going on there. I really like that. The stamp set also comes with another leaf, like a solid leaf, and then a little accent. So I'm going to add a few smaller leaves using the same Pear Pizzazz. So I had one here, and this is what I love about floral stamp sets, especially this one, because there's so many different abstract pieces. You can add as many as you want. Like, no two cards really look the same. I'm just going to come over top with that accent from the leaf with Granny Apple Green. And so, you know, like I was just saying, no two cards look the same, but that's the beauty of it, is because, you know, you can make it totally what you want. You can change up the colors, add more leaves. It always looks good. Okay, I'm done with the Pear Pizzazz. So I'll close that, and I'm done with the Granny Apple Green for now. All right, so I'm gonna layer this onto, nope, first I wanna add some tear tape. So I'm going to add a little strip of tear tape across this piece and bring this in here. I just need a little tiny strip. So I'm going to put some tear tape about, what is that, about 1/3 up the side of the card. I'm just going to wrap that around the back. And then I'm going to bring in this awesome, awesome ribbon. Whoops, wrong color. Poppy Parade ribbon. And this ribbon is called the mini striped ribbon. It's gorgeous. Comes in 3 different colors. So this is the Poppy Parade. We also have Gorgeous Grape and Bermuda Bay in this pattern. I just cut it so that it's on an angle, and I'm gonna line that up onto my tear tape. Just like so. And I'll pick it up, and I'm just gonna trim off the back. Like that. And now I can go ahead and put this down onto my card base. There we go. So I'm going to layer this onto my card. I still want those flowers to show on the side there. So I'm just going to put it on like this, and then just leave like a 1/4 inch around like that. Okay, there we go. So the last thing I want to do now, a couple things. I want to add a greeting. Every card has to have a greeting. So I've cut myself a 3/4 inch piece of cardstock, and I've done a little flag on the end. And this stamp set has the thank you. So I've got my thank you mounted. I'm going to bring back my Poppy Parade ink and ink up my thank you. I'm going to stamp that right on top and add that to my card with a couple of dimensionals. There we go. And that is going to sit just above that strip of ribbon, just like that. So I'm going to close up my Poppy Parade ink here. And the last thing I want to do on my card, I want to add some embellishments. So I'm in love with the Share What You Love Artisan pearls. As you can tell, I've already used a bunch of these. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to use these ones here at the top. They're not quite Poppy Parade, but they're a nice pink. I think actually they might be Grapefruit Grove, but they actually fit nicely on this card. Okay, so I'm going to use my paper piercer. I was showing you guys this, I think, a few times. I love my paper piercer for picking up little things. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a few of these just randomly, just to add some bling. So there is my Poppy Parade and Granny Apple Green card. I hope you like it. I was inspired by one of my friends in a swap. Her name is Jennifer Tinline, and for the layout of this card, and I changed up the colors, and I'm just loving the new Poppy Parade and the Granny Apple Green. Okay, so that's my first card. Let's get on to the second card. The second card, I'm using some new colors too that I'm super excited about. Let me just clean this up here. I'm gonna grab myself, pull off this grid paper and grab myself a clean piece of grid paper. So for this card, I'm gonna use Blackberry Bliss. Now, Blackberry Bliss is like my all-time favorite color. When it came back, I literally squealed. I was so excited to have Blackberry Bliss back. So it's just like the most rich, beautiful color, and it pairs with so many other of our Stampin' Up! Colors so nicely. So I've got my card base again. Again, it's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Just gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna pull in my Big Shot because I want to show you these awesome, awesome framelits. So I have my Big Shot here with the platform, and the framelits, thinlits. This one, I'm going to play with this big one. I want to show you a trick because this is actually so exciting that you can do this. I'm just using the magnetic platform, and I'm going to use this framelit. I'm going to put a piece of Whisper White that measures 4 1/4 by 5.5. Sorry, 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm putting this down onto my platform. So I've got the magnetic platform, the cutting plate, the Big Shot die with the blades pointing up, okay? The blades are pointing up. Now, I don't normally do that. I didn't think we could do that, but Stampin' Up! Did issue a video showing that you can put detailed framelits, thinlits down, pointing them up, and they will cut. So this was like almost life-changing. I mean, seriously, we don't have any more poking. You don't need any special dryer sheets or you know, bags or like Sobeys bags or whatever to try and make this work. So I'm going to show you how. So I put on my top cutting plate, I'm going to run that through. And every Big Shot's different. I know my Big Shot has its own little personality in terms of how many times it likes me to run it through. So I'm going forward and then back again. So there we go. And you can tell just by me showing you in the camera, that has completely cut out. I am not going to have to poke maybe 1 or 2, but I would say I don't have to poke anything. So this, watch this. I'm just going to tap it on my Big Shot and watch the snow fly. Can you see that? Sorry for the noise. Like, that's how it cut out so well that the pieces literally just want to fall out. So I don't have my die cut brush in handy, but I will poke a couple of little spots so that I can lift it. I'm just poking here, these little holes, and there. I got enough there that I can get my fingers in to pull it off. I could keep tapping it, but I'm sure you don't want to hear that tapping noise the whole time. So here we go. I got a little corner. I'm going to lift this off, and then I can even take it, and look, I'm just flicking it with my finger. Like, seriously, it's so easy. And a couple little ones right here, and it's pretty much done. So isn't that gorgeous? I love this die, and I love how easy it cuts out. So, Big Shot platform, put your blade pointing up, and you will get a gorgeous die as a result. And I will need to vacuum my craft room. Okay, all these little bits of paper. Okay, so let's just scrape all this off, and let's get started on the card. So what I want to use now, I'm going to put this down on my grid paper. I'm going to pull in some colors. I have gorgeous grape, so saffron, and I'm going to pull back that Granny Apple Green. And we're going to do some coloring, okay? And I'm gonna use finger daubers. So these finger daubers, they just go on your finger like that. There's a little sponge on the end. And these are awesome because you can get good control with them. So I'm just gonna open up my ink pads here. I got Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, whoops, and I don't have the new style yet for So Saffron, but I will. Slowly I am gonna replace my ink pads, but not, I have too many other things on my wish list first. So this one will stay the old style. The old style is still fine. The reinker will still work with it, but I love having these color bands pointing up to show me which color I'm looking at. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna start with Gorgeous Grape and put this on my finger, and I'm gonna lay this down on my work surface, and I'm gonna sponge some color over top of this white. So this was Whisper White, so I'm just gonna add the color to the die cut. I'm gonna color that one, just do kind of a random coloring. I mean, you could do all different colors, but I've chosen, yeah, as my color palette, Gorgeous Grape, So Saffron, and then my leaves I'll do in Granny Apple Green. So I'm gonna do this one down here. Now, if I was smart, I would have put a nice piece of cardstock underneath, because you're gonna see when I lift this up, it's gonna be a really nice, vibrant image left over underneath. When you do your finger daubing, it leaves a beautiful negative image behind. So you can dab like I'm doing, or you can do in a circular motion. It's really up to you. See, I think I'll do this one. Here we go. And let's move on to So Saffron. So I'm gonna grab my So Saffron dauber, and I'm gonna do some little yellow flowers up here and right here. And just gonna line that up. I'm just gonna keep lining it up over my image at the bottom, because I wanna see when I lift it off what it's gonna look like. There we go. And do I have any more flowers? Yes, I got another little one down here. Awesome. All right, okay, so I've got some nice purples and some yellows. Now I'm gonna use my Granny Apple Green finger dauber and do the leaves quickly here. This is a nice, I love doing this finger daubing. It's clean. You don't have to worry about getting ink on your fingers, because your finger is inside the dauber. So, love it. And then you can customize each one and put a little label on it so you know which dauber is for which color. And you can put them in a little case and be organized. Okay, I'm done with that. So I'm gonna lift it up now and show you how gorgeous this is. Look at that color. Doesn't that just pop? And look at my image that was left behind. Isn't that fun? So if I had a piece of white cardstock underneath this, I could now have this and put it onto another card. That'll be for another video. Okay, so this one, I've brought in I'm gonna bring in a piece of Whisper White that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm gonna put it on here so it'll make those pop. Okay, so I have my Blackberry Bliss card base. I've cut myself a Gorgeous Grape piece that measures 4 by 5 1/4. I'm gonna go ahead and layer that on to my card base. So I love how Gorgeous Grape looks with Blackberry Bliss. It is 2 different shades of the purples, but still lovely. I'm just in love with all the new colors. The Poppy Parade, the Granny Apple Green, the Gorgeous Grape, Blackberry Bliss. There's so many fun colors we have now that we can play with. And the color revamp was in my opinion, it was a really good thing to bring in some brand new vibrant colors. Okay, so I'm just gonna mount that with some glue dots. Now you could run this through an adhesive sheet. If you have adhesive sheets you could attach it to, and then you could get glue all over. But for my purposes today, I think I only need probably 3 or 4 glue dots. I'm a big fan of glue dots, so I'm just picking them up putting them in random areas onto my die cut piece here. And then, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one more, just to, you know, make sure it's not gonna come off. So there, I've got my glue dots on the back, and I'm gonna lay that down on my Whisper White cardstock. And then, that is gorgeous, I love it. Okay, so now we need a greeting. So I have cut myself an oval, a stitched oval. This is the largest stitched oval. And I'm gonna do, see, there's so much to love about you. And because I love that gorgeous grape, I'm going to stamp it in gorgeous grape. I haven't pre-designed this card, so I'm kind of doing it now here in front of you. Okay, so there we go. There's so much to love about you. Awesome. Okay, so now we need a couple little accents, I think, for the sides. So, what do I want to use? I'm going to use this little flower here, and I just got to clean this one up because I did use it with Poppy Parade. So I'm just going to clean that off. I'm using a baby wipe because my chamois, I left it out in my other room, but the chamois would be a good one to use with that too. Okay, so I'm going to ink up with So Saffron. I'm going to stamp one here and then one here. And I'm going to go back in to my So Saffron and grab the little accent to go over top, like a two-tone look, like that. And what else could I add? Oh, let's add some little leaf bits. So this one, it was Granny Apple Green. I'll just add a little. So when you're doing two-step stamping, you could do the accented part first and then do the background. It's really up to you. So I'm going to leave those like that, and I'll pull back my Pear Pizzazz and that little tiny one, this one, that's shaped like the background. I'm just to add a little bit of the lighter green behind, like that. Okay, so love that. Let's just close this up here while I finish off my card. And you guys, I haven't forgotten about doing the draw for all the people that shared my video last week. Thank you so much, everybody. I guess I'm doing it at the end. So bear with me while I finish off this card, and then I'll do the draw for the free stuff. So if you share my video this week, I have for you guys, I'll show you. Let me finish the card first. I'm excited about sharing things. So, but let me finish my card first. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this oval, and I'm going to put that right in the center of my card, like that. And this ribbon, love it. The mini stripe ribbon is my special, okay? It was my special if you place a $50 order on my online store. I am going to send you a spool of your choice of either the grape, the Poppy Parade, Gorgeous Grape, Poppy Parade, or the Bermuda Bay. You get to choose your color. So you get free ribbon, okay, this week. Actually, that promotion is going to go on until I'm back in town on July 30th. So there you go. Get your free ribbon. I also have other gifts. July is a great month for me for sending out free things. So if you place a minimum $50 order, you're going to get that ribbon for free. And as well, I have another surprise gift that I'm going to send you. So this is a special thank you that I want to give to my customers for supporting me, sending my husband and I on this trip to Alaska. I'm super, super excited to be. Today is Friday, and today is the day that we sail out to Alaska from Seattle. So thank you all for supporting me. I really, really appreciate it. All my customers, team members, you know, I could not do this without you, and all the people that come back and watch me on Facebook Friday every week. I really, truly appreciate you. So these are my projects for today for my Facebook Friday. I hope you like them. So let's move on now to the door prizes from last week. So last week, I had up for grabs these two ink pads. So I had Gorgeous Grape and Grapefruit Grove. And a bunch of people shared my video. So if you're watching today and you want to share, just click the bottom of the screen, the Facebook screen here, and share it, please. I would love that. And you will be in the draw for, what are the prizes this week? The prizes this week are, I have up for grabs 2 packages of these clear faceted gems. Okay, so I'll do 2 draws next week. When I come back, when I'm back from the cruise, I'll do the draw for that. Okay, the first winner is, let's pull this out, Patty O'Neill. And I'm gonna pick, okay, Gorgeous Grape for Patty. Okay, Grapefruit Grove is the next one. And that goes to Camilla. Yay, Camilla, you have won Gorgeous Grapefruit Grove, and Patty O'Neill has won the Gorgeous Grape. Oh my God, that's a lot of G's. Gorgeous Grape and Grapefruit Grove. Sorry, just realizing that now. Okay, congratulations, ladies, yay. And I just want to say goodbye and have a wonderful weekend and the rest of your next week. And keep tuning back in for more shares, and please share my video and you'll be in the prize draw for next week for the clear faceted gems. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.